The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Claremont. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Serve the one you love. Once you decide to be a couple, you're there to serve the one you love, to serve your love you love. And every kiss and every touch, you feel you're there to please the one you love without expecting anything back. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 45, NASDAQ off 8, S&P's down 3, gold contract up $9.60, traded at $12.55 an ounce. Silver up 14 cents, $16.49. Platinum up $9, $9.36 an ounce. You get copper flat at $2.72 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.28, $45.65 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 8 ticks, 126.10. 30-year bond up 21 ticks, 154.23. King dollar, toasted, roasted once again. No love for King dollar, folks. Down 438 ticks, traded at 93.679. The euro is at 116, almost 117 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 111 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We have option expiration out here, folks. You really get a sideways market. You're down a few bucks, but basically a sideways market. You're down 47 cents right now. We're at 246.63. We take a look at this and put this on the weekly basis. What you'd have to close under 245.94, and I don't think we're going to do that inside the SPY to get into a lower price. We go take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials down 48 bucks. We're 21,564. Dow Industrials would have to get under 21,562. So the Dow has a shot to fail on price and volume on the weekly, and I suspect we're going to get it because I suspect we're going to be down 70, 80 bucks coming into the close. You're at 48 right now. The NASDAQ Composite right now is at 63.80. Sideways move. You're down 9 bucks, but that's not even close coming down. The Composite would have to come down 40 points, which I don't expect. That being said, what I do expect is that the NDX 100, we are going to more than likely fail on price and volume, and that's going to be intriguing because what we're going to have out here coming into next week are all the large NDX equities coming out with their numbers. So here's the number on the NDX 100. The Qs are at 143.94 right now. You close under 143.90, that'll be a failure with price and volume on the weeklies. So it's going to be an intriguing close out here today. Gold contract caught a bid once again. Gold contract went from 12.42. We're at 12.55 right now, up 9.70. You have volume behind the move, 221,000 contracts. Your swing point that it's going after right now is the 12.60. I don't expect we're going to see that out here today. But what you are going to have is that you have gold closing at the highs coming into the weekend. This gold contract wants to run up to the 12.98 area. Silver also caught a bid out here today. Silver is up 0.8%, up 13 cents. Silver is trading at 16.48. And inside the 16.30 is a big move, folks. So silver, number one, wants to get into the first swing of $16.91. I suspect what you're going to see, though, is it's going to be up to $17.82. Nice moves in both of them. It has the price spread, has the volume. And in fact, if we take a look at this, I'm going to go back to the gold contract for a second, and we take a look at this on the weekly basis, what you're going to see how this is set up. This setup right now on the weekly basis, you are running up. You have the wide price spread. You have the volume behind the move. 12.98 is the number that this baby wants to go after. Notes, the 10-year note. This is what we have with the 10-year note out here. 10-year note trading up 8 ticks. You have 670,000 contracts. That's going to need more contract volume. Bottom line, it wants to go after the price, though. It's going after this high volume swing you have out here of 127.08. Right now, you're at 126.10. 30-year, same type of setup inside the 30-year. 30-year out here, trading up 23 ticks. We're at 154.25. That is set up to get into this 157.08. King dollar. King dollar, folks, pretty amazing. You talk about a fast move. This is not only a fast move, it has volume behind this move. We're at 93.705. Now, we take a look at King dollar. What you're going to see out here is this. King dollar has been building cause for a long period of time for lower price. Well, it's been a straight line move down since January 3rd high. We take a look at this on the weekly, and what you're going to see is this. I'm going to set this up so you can see how this is shaking out. King dollar is going to have a nice sleep over the weekend, and guess what? It is going to be barreling into the lower end of this consolidation that King dollar's in. The lower end of this consolidation right now is only about 600 ticks lower. It's 93.180. That's actually 520 ticks from where we are. So you're barreling into it, has a couple days rest. Bottom line, I suspect it's going to blow it apart. If we blow it apart, you're going to be at 88 in about a heartbeat. When you first look at this, folks, it looks like you could get a lot lower. But the 88 price point was the high of 2008 as well as the highs of 2010. There should be some support there. We go over and take a look at the opposite correlation inside the euro. What you're going to say inside the euro is that the euro already broke topside, and this brings the probability much higher that this thing's going to break down once again on Monday, Sunday night more than likely. What you're going to see with the euro, this cleared the consolidation in a huge way. The top of the consolidation is really like 115 in the euro. We're at 116.74. This euro can get up to like the one. This is pretty intense, the actual euro, because the correlation is pretty intense. We can beat a 127 in a heartbeat, man. You beat a 127 in the euro, let me tell you something. You better get out of the way in the U.S. dollar. This dollar is going south, and it's going south in a big way. Some of the high-volume stocks out here in this market, and well, actually, let's see what we're going to have. There's going to be volume coming into the close out here today, folks. You get 486 million in the NYSE. We take a look at the Dow, the NASDAQ, you get 1.2. They'll throw another billion shares inside the NASDAQ. You'll throw another 300 to 400 shares. 100 million shares inside the NYSE, so you're going to be down, and you're going to have an expansion of volume. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Will the S&P 500 continue to climb? For bold trades on U.S. large-cap stocks in either direction, trade SPXL, SPUU, or SPXS. Directions Daily S&P 500 Bull and Bear Leveraged ETFs. Direction Leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 50. You get the NASDAQ off 11. S&P's around down 4. Let's go inside the Dow Industrials. Take a look at the strength versus the weakness out here. So the weakness inside the Dow today, you got Goldman. That's the leader on the way down. That's down, putting 15 negative points. 3M 12. Johnson & Johnson 9. Chevron 8. Caterpillar 6. Microsoft, which is surprising because they come out with blowout numbers, that's 6 negative points. GE 5. If we go over to GE, folks, you're going to see bottom line, they got a switching of the guard out here. GE is down, breaking a B point with volume. You're down 85 cents. You're at $25.83. You set this baby up. This is an ABC structure on the way down that has a price projection of about 23. GE, we take a look at this and we put this on the monthly basis. What you have right here, which is really dangerous for GE, is that it just got into the bar from the August of 2015. Now, the top of that bar is 26. The bottom of that is 19, folks, okay? Bottom line, we'll see how it shakes and bakes coming into that, but that sets up that GE can go dramatically lower. We're going to take a look at the NDX one. Well, let's go to Microsoft. So Microsoft, folks, bottom line, fundamentally, all gears, all good, all of the above. Bottom line, couldn't get the higher price. We're at, they're down 85 cents. That's not the end of the world. There's no two ways about that. But what you do have is that you get a close with Microsoft under 73.27. Right now, you're 73.37. That'll set up lower price coming at us. That's how that's set up at this particular point. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market right now, let's go take a look at it. What we have is that you have GE as the leader in the down 85 cents. You have Microsoft off 85. We have Bank of America down 25. Let's see. Marvell is down 3. You get NVIDIA up 48. Let's go to our man Frank in Gloucester. Hey, Frank, what's going on?
Brian, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. How's the summer going?
Excellent, excellent.
I bet it is. I bet looking out that house of yours, looking at that beautiful water with all those big cliffs.
See a little slice of the harbor. That's all I got.
That's all you need, man. Where he is, that's all you need, folks. Because you're out looking. Oh man, the cliffs are gorgeous there. There's no doubt, man.
Yep. It's been great. The beaches are great. The water's actually warm, Tom.
It is. Yeah, warm to you is what, 70 degrees, 75?
Low to mid 60s.
Okay. That totally makes sense. I love it. So what are we going to look at?
Well, JO, some coffee.
Okay, let's take a look at it. JO, folks, is the ETF. The iPath Bloomberg Coffee it trades off the Bloomberg Coffee Total Index. Let me go over and take a look at coffee first. So coffee right now, where is she? She's up 1.1% right now, trading $1.36 a pound.
Looks like it could be at a long-term bottom if you look at a monthly chart.
Okay, let's put
I
it
get
up.
into it at about 1650.
Okay, cool. KC1. Let me put this on a long-term chart. Okay, so I got this. Put it on a monthly. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay, cool. So I just put this on a monthly, folks, going back to 2007. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Okay, so the lows are like all at $1.06, and we just get down to $1.13. Okay, so you're coming into that strength there from February of 2014. You're back inside $1.25. Okay, so I see what you're looking at there. Now we'll go back to the ETF.
Okay.
You're at 1833. This won't go back as long, but I just want to see this on a weekly. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as you stay above 1684, which is the high of that low, you know, this looks like it's going to grind into, oh, it's even better. I see it's already ground into that bar of 1793 from April. So that sets up that you might get, yeah, this is saying, you know, you can set up into the $20 area, and the real bottom line is that, you know,
that little ABC up there that it's doing projects to 19, right on the nose.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, any thoughts about it going higher than 19 or 20?
What happens, I mean, you kind of know how the out of time of the trade works. What happens is that if the first place here up at the 20, you can see that it has volume there. You get there, then you're talking another ball game, because then you can take the top of that 20, right?
Yeah.
You can take the low of 15 and say you're going to 25. You know, because this is, folks, if you want to see something that very well, what happens is this. I don't look at Head and Shoulders a lot, because when you do, they're all over the place in the marketplace, okay? So if you speculate on them, it's, you know, it's just something that you don't want to do. That being said, this looks to me like it's like an almost, it's, you know, if this took like another, you know, let's say, I don't know, a couple weeks to get up to the 20 area, that would be like a freaking perfect head, man. It'd be like crazy. Yeah. So, and, you know, the futures look good, man. I mean, the futures look good. And on top of that, what you have is that this dollar, you know, commodities are priced in dollars, man. You know, more people are going to be able to buy coffee, man, because the dollar is going, you know, downtown, and it's going downtown pretty fast. Oh,
okay. Boy, good information.
You know, yeah. Cooking, brother.
Thanks. We salute you.
We salute you, brother. It's a beautiful thing.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
You too.
Let's go over to the oil market. So oil out here, folks, is getting just absolutely toasted today. You're down $1.32. You have 729,000 contracts. This thing's down on volume, man. This is going right back after 43, which is the last swing point. More than likely, what we're going to see here is that it's going to probably go after the 42 from the 21st. Because if we take a look at oil from just the last highs to lows, what you're going to see is that we basically did 50% bounce. 50% bounces, whether it's, you know, going up or going down. That's a normal bounce in a market. That's what it comes down to. And you get, we already tested the swing point, couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle that swing point yesterday. Failed on price, failed on volume, comes off it with volume on the way down. That is saying, bottom line is that it wants lower price. So you got to beware of that whole area, folks. If we go to the XLE, you know, each and every time the XLE looks like it's going to catch a bid, guess what? Can't handle it. The XLE has been a straight line move down from 75. We're at 65 right now. Got its head up, you know, the last 5 days, and then gave it up again yesterday. Gave it up on price, gave it up on volume, and this is a situation now, the way this is set up, this could be a very large ABC structure on the way down. What was intriguing out here this morning, and I'm not sure whether this was what precipitated the sell-off in oil. They had a couple stories out here today that the bottom line is that the administration wants to sell off. We have 700 million barrels in reserve, folks. And the bottom line is that there were stories out there this morning that they're thinking of pushing some of that oil out in the marketplace. Whatever it is, guess what? You have sellers versus buyers inside that market. We go to the small caps. We take a look at the IWM. What we have with the IWM out here today, we're down 85 cents. Now, that's not, let's take a look at that. It's going to be enough. Yeah, you got to close under, this is going to be interesting. So if you close under 142.90, that's going to be a failure on price and volume also. The NDX 100 is the one we really want to keep our eye on. The reason being is the aspect of all the big tech names are all coming out next week. The first one to come out, Microsoft blew numbers away, but guess what? They're selling it down. We're going to be right back, folks. Stay right there.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, as you come over to our front page at TFNN, you're going to see right in the top of the carousel, Dave White premieres a new online trading course for his subscribers. This trading course is going to be July 26th. Bottom line, guess what it's named? The next wild, wild west of computing. What it's all about, folks, it's all going to be about computer machine learning, okay? This is no doubt the next big thing in computers. Now, if you are a subscriber to either hit the path of least resistance, the Tech Insider, or the Art of Timing the Trade charts, you're going to be in this free. If you are not a subscriber, you can test drive the path of least resistance or the Tech Insider, absolutely free. You can test drive the Art of Timing the Trade charts. That's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can come inside this webinar. It's going to be a 1-hour webinar on the 26th. We're going to go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, right now and talk about it. And, of course, Dave has a great show every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time right here. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, it seems like I picked a pretty good time to talk about machine learning. I saw a couple of 2 or 3 articles about the end of the world because robots are going to take over and all that kind of stuff. It's always, you kind of always know when the kind of lofty prognostications of the end of the world are coming, you're probably in the right area.
That's a beautiful thing. So, what types of machine learning are there? Are there different types?
There are so many different types that I could probably spend a week on it.
Really?
A lot of people think, well, it's that, but it's kind of, it depends what your problem is. And I want to bring up a couple of examples today. Probably the most notable of the last couple of years is a thing called convolutional neural networks. And these are the ones that tell whether or not there's humans or there's road signs or it's a dog or a cat by looking at pictures.
Okay.
Right? So I'll just go down the road of briefly telling you how these things work. They take the picture and they break it up into smaller, tiny pictures.
Yes.
And they start looking for small things like round things that could be eyes and things that could be noses and things that could be mouths and maybe things that could be arms or legs or paws or snouts on a dog or ears on a cat. They look for those smaller patterns in the bigger patterns. And in something that would seem kind of counterintuitive, they have the computer kind of squint and kind of fuzzy these things up. And a lot of people had tried on sharpening and making the picture better and higher resolution. And it actually, the breakthrough in the last few years has been when they tried actually kind of just putting a little Vaseline on the lens, softening the picture a bit, things started to work a lot better. But it basically works by breaking things down into smaller parts and then trying to put them back together. In fact, there are many computer packages for machine learning that have some kind of allegory to layers. One's called lasagna.
Okay.
And other ones, they've got all these things. But I'm going to say that a lot of these are very much like cooking. You've got kind of a recipe, but you got to do everything in the right order to get them to work.
I see.
So a lot of it is experimentation with getting these things to work. It's not so much writing code. It's figuring out how you break the things down into smaller pieces and then build them back into bigger ones. And you would think it was a lot of code. It's not. It's trying to get the right order of these things, breaking them down, averaging them out, and then building them up into a bigger picture to find out whether you have a cat or a dog or a human or a road sign or a business or all the other things that it can be. So other ones that are kind of interesting are sequence ones. This is where I spend most of my time working on things. The reason sequences are so important are the same reason that patterns in the stock market are so important. Things happen in a certain order. They have to build up. A stock tends to tell a story about what happens. It went up to a higher high on lighter volume.
Yes.
Well, it had to do that before. So the sequence is it starts off, it goes to a high, it pulls back, it goes back to a high. It's a sequence. Same thing with if you're writing something out. Kind of the same thing if you're using Google. It does the autocomplete. You write about half the word and it kind of guesses at the rest of them. It knows what to guess by looking at the first sequence of letters that you have.
Right.
And some of the better examples, which I'll have in the presentation next week, it shows someone writing in cursive, and it just going back and saying, okay, this is what is important for what this person was writing before, and I'm going to predict the next word or the next sentence or the next paragraph on what has come before. But there's a lot of applications in the sequence and sequential models for things like that we have problems with, like contracts, futures contracts, because they run out. They're a sequence of days, and then all of a sudden there's an end, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of applications for this in finance. There's things like sequence-to-sequence models, too, which are very interesting. We talked,
and you have to build the model, though, right?
You have to build the
right.
model, which most of the time is about 80% is getting the data.
Right.
The rest of the time, maybe 10% is actually kind of working out on the way the model's structured. And then you really have to work on getting the last 10% in running these experiments and seeing what gets better and what gets worse. So the sequence to sequences, which what I wanted to talk about, are like Skype does today. And they probably are the best at this. They take English in and they put out Chinese.
Yes.
They have to do two things. They have to figure out what someone said in English, and then they have to use another model that figures out Chinese to English, then to translate it. So there's the sequence to sequence kind of learning, which is very interesting in the fact that almost all these translations or Google's web pages where they take maybe a foreign language and turn it into English or turn English into another language. In fact, they use a lot of that on YouTube so people in foreign countries can get their language out of the closed captioning in the YouTube videos.
Wow. Okay, cool.
So everywhere you look, at some level, you're seeing this implemented, and you're participating in it, too, every time you get to one of those CAPTCHAs that ask you, whether or not it's a tree, how many trees are in this different picture. You're actually helping that algorithm figure out where it's right and where it's wrong. So Google's put you to work on those ones where you basically look at it and it asks you what the number is on a road sign or all those things. So those are kind of just some of the basic ones. There are some ones that have been around a little bit longer that don't get as much hurrah, that have a lot of application. Some of them are more linear in nature. But we're going to have that all on the 26th.
And folks, the way you get in this workshop, this webinar rather, you come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see right in the front page, just test drive either the Tech Insider, the Path Least Resistance, the Out of Time and the Trade charts. You're going to be there. Dave, thanks so much, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And we look forward to show Monday and, of course, on the 26th.
You bet.
Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. David White has just announced a new online course that he'll be premiering to his subscribers the evening of July 26th, The Next Wild Wild West of Computing. Machine learning will be the biggest growth area for tech companies in the next 10 years. Make sure you're ready to capitalize on that opportunity. With over 50 types of algorithms and growing, Dave White will tell you why there are so many areas for companies to apply this to their business to both sell and consume. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to either of Dave's newsletters, Path of Least Resistance and The Technology Insider, as well as get a 30-day money-back guarantee when ordering Timing the Trade charts. Don't miss out on the next Wild Wild West of computing as it premieres July 26th for all subscribers to Dave White Services. For all the details and to sign up today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Folks, the Dow right now is down 51. NASDAQ is off 10. S&Ps are off 4. And if you want to see why folks get into hard assets, folks, whether this country, other countries, all you have to do is go to Venezuela, okay? This is pretty intense right now when you take a look at this chart that I have up. So the chart that you're looking at, if you're watching Tiger TV, has to do with the amount of Bolivias, which is the Venezuela dollar, to buy $1 US. Today, it takes 8,790 Bolivias to buy $1 US. Now, that's the black market rate, but that's the only rate that you're really dealing with. The reason being is that the official rate, if you want to see, what a dictatorship can do, is 10 to the US dollar, okay? Bottom line, this is, it's 1,000 times more than it was in 2010. Destruction, pure destruction, Bottom line, pretty intense. We were talking about oil, folks. If we go look at today, the rig counts come out also. I mean, Mr. Dave White, he gave me a heads up on that. So the rig count, if you're watching Tiger, and folks, if you're not watching Tiger TV, remember that you can always get us right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, you just hit Tiger TV. You'll get all the charts as we're talking in HD. Really great way to watch Tiger TV. So if I brought up the rig count, and this is the Baker Hughes rig count. It's pretty cool because it shows the rig counts all over the world. Bottom line, they're not going down. In the United States, last week it was 1,143. This week you get 1,156. Offshore. Let me see that they don't have the final ones. You can see kind of looking across all the markets. Bottom line, kind of flat. Well, actually, here I have total world. Here it is. Total world. You had 1935. This is non-OPEC. United States in here. Yeah, okay, so U.S. is in here. 1935, 2041. So the bottom line is that oil is still weak, and the market actually was looking for less rig counts, and they have been for quite a while. But guess what? It hasn't happened. And it hasn't happened because some of the frackers, folks, can actually make money at these prices. And if the frackers can make money at these prices, and they're gonna basically keep these pumpers going. That's just how it goes. And then what you have is that people just have to pay their bills, period. So it's a cash flow. And the cash flow, the way that would go is that even if they're losing money, if they have cash flow to stay alive, that's what they're going to have to do also. So bottom line, oil wants lower price. We go over to the XAU, the HUI. The XAU is up 52 cents. You're at 83.62. We put this on a weekly basis. Bottom line, I expect this wants to make a run up to this $88. You're at 83. We do need more volume, and of course, what we want is price in this baby. That's in the XAU. HUI is set up the exact same way. HUI out here trading up 87 cents. You're at 190. And, you know, we had a decent week this week, but not in the context of how the dollar has got destroyed. I do expect, you know, the Gold Bugs Index, which is the HUI, you know, the first swing point is 194. I expect we're going to get there. Next one is 204. I do expect we're going to get there. That being said, though, guess what? For destruction like we have in the U.S. dollar, you'd think that the gold and silver equities could get more push topside. What we do have, which is saying that the gold contracts are going to continue higher, is that Royal Gold. Royal Gold did an ABC structure on the way up, took the B point out, took it out with volume. You can see this. We have this on a weekly basis now. It's pretty intense. Your A point on this is 67. Your B is up there at 81. You know, so you're talking, 70, that's 11, that's $15. Your C is 74, so you get $90, and we're at 83 right now. We took it out last week with volume. Took it out this week with volume, 2.7 million versus 1.8. That sets up, and when Royal Gold wants higher price, bottom line, you know, the 87 is the high that was generated in August of 2016. The actual high in this, I believe, is 100. Let me bring this back. That's probably 2011. Yeah, 2011 was 100. The cool thing is here that we have been talking about is that this very well could be a monthly ABC structure on the way up. And on the monthly basis, we're going to need 15 million shares, and we're at 7.4 million now. So bottom line, that baby wants to go. If we go over to Pan American Silver, PAAS, let's go take a look at this one. This one had a hard time getting off the lows, but now it's setting up really nice. We put this on a weekly basis. This also, it's into the downdraft bar. The bottom of that downdraft bar from the week of the 16th of June is 15.98. You're a buck above it. That sets up that it does want to go to 18.50. That little baby, though, is going to need a lot more volume, as is many of the others. We take a look at the TLT, which is the 20-year bond ETF. This here, we went topside yesterday with big volume. When we take a look at this on a weekly basis, this also has the juice. Thus far this week, we've already done 34 million shares. You're going into 40 million. That low there was 124.85. This is going for the highs of 128. When we take a look at the actual structure inside that market, the 10-year yield right now, folks, is 2.2. We take a look at the 30-year yield. 30-year, ooh, look at that. That's intense. So the 30-year just tucked its head under 3. We're at 2.8 right now in the 30-year. That's pretty cool. That's pretty amazing, actually. Bottom line, you know, rates want higher price, lower yield. You know, if you're going to refinance your house, you're looking to buy a house, go do it, folks. You know, it looks like these rates are going to stay low for a period of time, and which they have been. And that king dollar, folks, okay, king dollar looks like it's going to actually take apart the 92 to 91 area. I suspect that that is going to be probably next week, and 88 will be game. And 88 king dollar will have the gold silver market basically take off. And what I do expect we are going to see out here is that we're going to wake up one of these mornings and gold will be up $40, $50, and you'll see it 2 or 3 days in a row, you know, because what has happened off this bottom, it's been up, you know, every day, you know, slightly. We're at 12.55 right now. But for the destruction in the U.S. dollar, you would think that you would get much more. So this is the cause building underlying basis that baby market's going to recognize it. The buyers are going to come in, and we'll see from there where we go. 877-927-6648. You stay right there. We're going to get a lot of volume coming into this close, folks. If you would like to test drive the Gold Report, the way you do it, come over to our website at TFNN. You can test drive it 30 days absolutely free. Hit newsletters, hit investments newsletters. You can test drive the Gold Report 30 days absolutely free. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go into ExxonMobil, Chevron. So ExxonMobil right here, folks, that's down 76 cents. You're at 80.10. Now, this is the lower end of its range. And, the bottom line is that, oil's getting smoked. There's no doubt about it. Exxon pays a 3.8% dividend. And Exxon's not going away. My point in this is that this baby is hammering its lows of the last year with volume. This looks like Exxon wants to run into $75, and right now you're at 80. We look at Chevron. Chevron has got weaker than Exxon. It had been stronger. Chevron's down $1.40. We're trading at 103.21, and under 103.83, it's really actually in the lower range. There's a couple different lower ranges in this, but bottom line is that the spike, we get under 102.55, which more than likely I see next week. This baby is going to be at the 96, and that's going to be problematic for the Dow Industrials. Right now they come out. This is pretty cool. Okay, the 28th, Chevron's coming out with the numbers. Let's see ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil's coming out the 28th also. So 28th, big numbers. Let's go over to Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs. This came out with numbers that's off its high of 230. You're 220. This also is down with some juice. We did on the way down here, we've done 20 million shares, folks. It's coming into a swing point with 19 million. So what I expect you're going to see out here next week is that good old Goldman's going to go after its lowest swing of $209, and we'll see where they get the volume. We definitely get the volume this week, where Goldman has support is at 205. J.P. Morgan, this is what's really wild. Between the banks come out with big numbers, yet couldn't hold price. We see the interest structure lower. The J.P. Morgan, where it couldn't make it over the $93 right now, you're at $90.83. This also just couldn't break out. So that's saying also that, guess what? One of the targets was saying lower rates forever. It seems like we are going to have lower rates for quite a while, folks. And when you do look at it on a basis as to where we are versus where the world is, that totally makes sense. The Fed Fund future rate, if you want to see something that's pretty wild, so check this out. Yesterday I was talking about the first time that it gets over 50%, it was at 65, which is was March 21st. So there's a Fed meeting come next week, the 26th. That's 0% probability. Next Fed meeting, September 20th. That's a 10% probability. The probabilities we're talking about is for a 25 basis point hike. November 1st, 10%. December 13th, 39%. January 31st, 39%. And both of those have come down today, as well as the March 21st one. March 21st, when we started out today, was at 65%. And I suspect, what that's all about is that our rates are still high compared to the world. And you have Canada on the 10-year is at 1.8. France is at 0.7%. Germany is at 0.5. Italy is at 0.2. If you want to take a look at a hit out in Europe out here today, this was a big hit. The DAX was down 1.6%. The CAC in France was down 1.5%. FTSE was down 0.4%. Inside the DAX, what that was all about. And I suspect we're going to get hit with this, though. Not in the same context, but what the DAX did, the DAX was down $200. We're at 12,240. And what came out today is that the car makers, folks, only Volkswagen thus far has get nailed with the emissions. Well, it came out today that Volkswagen, Mercedes, and BMW basically had got together in the late 90s, and it's been going on that long. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. Go for a blast with it, folks. Have a great weekend. Look forward to speaking right back here, Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Wow! Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.